If you've ever been to a wedding where they read from scripture, then you've more than likely heard this passage quoted before. You could probably say it with me. Love is patient, love is kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Last week we talked about how we could encourage one another and how we need to be real with each other in order to provide encouragement that will reach deep into each other's hearts. Part of being able to do that is realizing that we are all unique. So in order to truly help someone, we need to put aside our personal preferences and focus on them. We each have our own way of understanding and processing things. So as followers of Jesus, we don't want to assume that everyone else processes or has the same preferences that we do. As we are encouraging one another, we need to be patient with them. Though we may see the solution, we shouldn't force it on that person, but rather lead and guide them to it in love. Understanding how someone else processes things will go a long way in being able to encourage our fellow believers. But remember, by helping point each other back to Jesus, that's not something we can boast about or take pride in. We aren't actually able to do any of this unless the Spirit is working through us. We tend to believe that how we think and process is the best way. But this isn't a competition to see who has the best way of thinking or processing situations, because none of us can even compare to the ability of God. The purpose is to take care of each other's hearts and to help them be rooted in the gospel. When we are able to begin communicating with other people using their lens of how they see things, we are able to make deeper connections, build trust, and truly understand where and why they fall into certain areas of sin. This will give us an opportunity to lead and guide them back to the redemptive power of the gospel. But again, we can't do this if we're using our own bias or preferences. So this week, let us consider, meditate, and pray for one person in our lives and ask the Spirit to guide us in understanding on who they are and how we can talk to them using their preferences, not ours, in order to better understand, build trust, and lead them back to the gospel.